All right, you guys. Hello. Welcome to Super Saturday, Super Weekend. We call it now. My name's Amanda Noddings. I'm really, really excited to have you all here. I hope that this goes off without a hitch. You know, if you've ever come to one of my in-person Super Saturdays over the last 5.5 years of coaching and 22 Super Saturdays I've hosted, there has been technical issues of some kind at almost every single one. Even though I go ahead, even though I run through all the materials ahead, something always happens. So I'm hoping this time will be much smoother. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this screen so I can pull up everyone's faces on here together. And Jackie, hi Jackie, I didn't even see you there. So I wanted to take a second to go around and have everyone introduce themselves. So you can unmute yourself, or I can, you can whatever. I can unmute you. If you don't know how, just wave at me like this and I will unmute you. So since AJ, you're already unmuted, why don't you start?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm AJ. I'm here in Spokane, Washington. I've been a coach for almost 4 years, and I'm still at Emerald, which is not a bad thing, but I've set the goal for Diamond 3 times and missed it just by that much. So I'm pushing for Diamond this month, and my partner Donnie's with me. She just went to fill up her coffee, but she's sitting right next to me.
Sure she is.
She really, well, she was
wearing pants. Tell the truth.
right.
Wait, that's me. And what workout program are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing Morning Meltdown 100. Today is workout number, well, I'm going to do 71 and 70 because I want to get the cardio in.
Nice. Okay. Hey, look, just saw Brianne for a split second. Awesome. I'm going to change it to this speaker view. There we go. Then I can see everybody. Okay. How about, we have a lot of Amandas today. I'm going to unmute Amanda Barrymore. Oh, I can unmute you. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Hi, so I'm Amanda Barrymore, obviously. I'm from Idaho in Moscow area. I'm sure you guys are kind of familiar where that is, here in Spokane. Yeah, I've been coaching for I think 2 months now. So I haven't hit Emerald. I'm almost hit Success Club twice. So I was really close there, and I'm hoping this month I could hit it. It's been going pretty good for me. I'm doing Morning Meltdown 100 and the 21 Day Fix program, so I'm doing both.
Wow. Ambitious. Well, congratulations. And I'm hoping I will hit it. I will hit it, right?
Yep.
Because today you're going to have so much knowledge and tools and support and motivation, and you're going to run with it. Okay. Is it Gina?
Yes. Yeah, Gina. I'm Gina Canier. I live in Spokane Valley. Been a coach for 4 years, I think. So, yep, I'm doing Morning Meltdown 100 and sprinkling 21 Day Fix when my husband wants to do that. So,
Nice. Hey, yep. At least you have a husband who jumps in. Mine just jumps out of the way.
Exactly. It's once a week, but I'll take it. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Thanks for coming today.
Yeah. Thanks for hosting.
Jackie.
Hey, Amanda. Hey, I'm Jackie. I'm in Spokane. I'm a grandma, and do a lot of little running around. Well, it's just 3, but still, they drive me nuts. I've been actually a part of Amanda's team for just about as long as she's been coaching. I was Emerald. I think I'm still technically, well, I don't know how I'm not an Emerald anymore. I did have my husband and my daughter under me at one point, and then my daughter just wouldn't stay functioning, so that didn't work out for very long. But I still try, still keep people motivated. I join the groups, and I get about one person every other month to join up. But I imagine if I worked it just a little bit harder, that I would get more people. It's just finding the time.
Yeah, well, you have a busy life, and that's the nice thing about this business is it's yours to decide how much time you're putting in and how much you're not. What I think is interesting with Jackie, too, is that she wasn't actually my coach originally. She was someone else on my team's coach who ended up quitting. My first diamond coach that I had on my team quit on me. And so right before I hit 2-star diamond, she ran away. And the best thing to come of that, besides a lot of hard leadership lessons and see this? Little people. But besides that was inheriting Jackie. So I'm very glad you're here at whatever place you're at in your business. Let's go to the other Amanda, number 3.
I'm Amanda Duggar. I live in the Spokane Valley. I'm good friends with AJ, and that's how I got signed up with Beachbody. I started last year, kind of died down, and then I came full force back last September. My goal is to get to Emerald. That's my goal by the end of November. I'm doing morning meltdown. I'm at number 41. I also decided to get some yoga in there in the evening time to wind down, and I'm doing 2B mindset.
Nice. How do you like 2B mindset versus the containers?
I love it. It gives you a good option, and yeah, I started that actually last year. That's how I first signed up, was to do the 2B mindset.
I've found that I think the 2B mindset can be a lot more freeing. If you don't like a lot of restriction, there's a lot of good points to that program. I do usually start people with containers first, but it just depends on what works best for people. And so there's a lot of people that I wish I could get to try 2B mindset who struggle with the containers, because rather than giving up, because if one doesn't fit you, the other is such a different option, and it just the way you look at the food can really be a big difference. So I'm glad you're here. I'm excited you made it, and let's say hi to Brianne.
Hey. Babe. Sorry. Hey, everybody. Good morning. I'm Brianne. I live outside of Portland in Gresham. And I've been with Amanda for quite a few years now. I don't know if I can even count. Well, I guess like 5, because it was when my daughter was not even 1 yet. And we both had babies at the same time, and they're big now.
I know. No more babies.
Yeah. And so I didn't hear all the questions we're supposed to answer, but because I jumped in late, but I assume from hearing other people, I kind of know it. This is my son.
Hello.
He's 8.
Hi.
Oh, wait, she can hear
Now
me?
she can hear you, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, I can't take
Hi, Ollie.
Bye. I miss you.
Oh, we miss you.
It's all the Beachbody ladies.
Ooh.
All the
Yeah.
Spokane people.
She has a little son.
Yep, that's Elijah.
Elijah?
Yeah.
I can't remember her.
You remember you came to my house once and you painted letters. You made an E and an O with your sister. Yeah, that was here.
Because she lives close to grandma.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I put mascots.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah, so I know Amanda because we went to high school together, so I am a Spokane person at heart, even though I've been gone for 17 years now. And I've been Emerald. Right now I'm just a coach, but that's all right. Doing Morning Meltdown 100, just finished number
Morning Meltdown
90. What?
I said crushing Morning Meltdown 100.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm on day 90. So I have 10 days left, and that's pretty exciting, and it's been really good for me. I've just at a good spot with motivation and not eating crap, so that's good. I did not eat a single piece of candy this Halloween, which is like huge for me, so I'm pretty proud about that. But
Amanda,
yeah.
too, I think. Amanda Duggar.
Yeah, I saw that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I've never done it before. And I literally, like, on Halloween night, my kids, had their whole stash. It's like, I just take freely typically, but like, I was actually angry. I really wanted candy.
Oh.
I was like, not gonna do it, but I was angry about it.
Oh, well, it's over now, right?
Yeah. It's all put away.
Once the actual day's over, I find it much easier. Like,
yeah.
Kids had all the candy out last night to sort, and it didn't even, like, I was just like, okay, what are you keeping? What are you getting rid of? They made a huge pile for me and a bigger pile for Daryl. Mine has like all the things that they know I like. Almond Joys, Kit Kats, and Snickers and Reese's, and and then it's thank you for that, guys.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm excited to see you here, and I've loved watching this journey with you. And the best part in our morning meltdown group um, has been like one of the best parts, but with you specifically has been watching your facial expressions, not so much your body transformation, which has also been amazing, but just like the light come back into your eyes when you're smiling. I mean, it's really, really tangible how much better you feel. And it's really cool to see. And like, I appreciate you coming in and checking in every day, because I know it's helping a lot of people in there stick to it, myself included. I'm like, I want to feel like that. So
Yeah, well, I mean, as everybody in that group knows, we had a hard event happen, and being able to just come and do the things every day definitely helped.
yeah, for sure. I think that we hit everybody now. And if you have questions and you don't want to unmute yourself or whatever, you can click the little chat thing. I have it open on my screen so I can kind of try and catch questions if you want. So the first thing we're going to do before we do the video is we're going to do a little activity that I know that I posted in my team page, but I'm pretty sure none of my team has actually done it. So it was quite a while back. Well, not a while, but a little while. So grab a piece of paper and a pen if you don't have one. It's going to be a fun little game. We're just going to do a little bit of Instagram training if we can. So this is just a starter activity. So if you saw it in the team page, I put a color wheel. It's a video. This isn't my idea. Another coach did it. But you don't have to have a color wheel. And even though I have one, I'm actually not using it. I'm going to just use draw a circle. So here's but you can envision a color wheel if you want. So draw a circle on your piece of paper. And I mean, you could really take this any direction you want, but basically you're going to slice it up like a pie, right? Which I can't even cross my lines in the center because I'm a small child. So basically like this, so you're going to have a pie chart, and it can have 8, 10, 12 slices. It doesn't matter. So this is the first step. And what we're going to do is I want you to write something in each slice of the pie that is part of who you are as a person, not just as a coach. So these things are going to be things like, for me, I'm an involved mother. So I'm not just like a passive mother or a TV mother, but I'm an involved mother. I'm a healthcare worker. Just things that, and they don't have to be things you are necessarily, but things that make up who you are, that make you special. And I'm going to set a timer for this. So we're not going to do it forever, but we're just going to do a few minutes. So what I'm going to do is, and I really want you to try and dig deep into you so that you can fill in at least 8 things. So hopefully your pie chart has at least 8, because a lot of us in the beginning, we used to train like, what are the 3 things you should post about? Or what are the 3 things you are? The 3 main things. And I think that that's limiting. And I also don't think it's necessarily the direction we're going now. That was back when we used to have to post on Facebook 3 to 5 times a day. So God bless this once a day, 1 good post a day is actually better than 3 crappy posts nowadays. It's evolved a little, and as social media changes, it will. But so I'm going to play 1 song, and while it plays, you can do this little activity, and then we'll kind of talk about what our results are. If my music wants to work. Oh, geez. Sign in. Or we're not going to have a song, but whatever. So you can put things like, if you have a corgi, you could put that you're a corgi mom. If you, like my kids are in scouts, if you're in campfire, if you're in whichever you're involved in, community service, your church, anything like that that helps make you you. Okay, where are you supposed to be? Right? We have a deal. It can also be interests, things you just really are interested in. Like I like yoga, stuff like that. Okay, does everyone have 6 or 8 so written down? Yeah. Okay, so I'd like to hear some of what people have to help other people who might be struggling with coming up with things. Like people always give like examples in calls about, you know, like I have, like I said, a corgi. Well, I don't have any pets. So sometimes initially it can be hard to come up with things because I'm like, I'm a mom and I'm a coach. What makes me different? What makes me unique? What makes me who I am? And so, does anyone want to share some of theirs? I'll just let you volunteer and unmute yourselves if you want to. I can start with some of mine. I put yoga lover, which I don't do enough. I put outdoor lover, amateur cook. I love to cook. I consider myself kind of like a fake home chef. Introvert, a baker. I love to bake. I put softball mom, health and fitness coach, Cub Scout mom, a volunteer. Service in the community is really important to me. A healthcare worker. Try and keep it kind of broad because my role in that field is changing right now from where it was to where I am. What I'm working on, I'm in school. So an adult student, I just thought of. I put Catholic. I think that's about it. I think as I spin around. So I just have a bunch of little things written around the wheel that all are different facets of who I am. So does anyone want to share some of theirs?
I'll share.
Okay.
I'm a community outreach specialist for a prevention center. Deal with a lot of the youth, trying to prevent them from going down that road of marijuana, alcohol, and tobacco. With that, I'm in recovery, 14 years in recovery. I'm a mother and a wife. I'm also a director of an organization called Socks for People Without Homes, Spokane. I'm also involved a lot with my dad, so I'm an involved daughter. I'm also part of a group called the Red Hot Mamas. If you haven't seen them, they're from Coeur d'Alene. We do a lot of service work, getting out there, showing some love. I'm also a foster mother. I've helped raise my nephews, and I love to be healthy.
I love it. I love all of those things. And those, the reason we're doing this exercise is because some things that you just mentioned are very unique to you. Not a lot of people are community outreach specialists. A special kind of person is a foster parent that can help raise other people's children, whether they're related or not, and love them like their own and see that through. That's a huge, huge heart that it takes to do that. So those are the kind of people that you're looking for. People on your plane. That doesn't mean they have to be involved in all those things, but those things that make you special are things that you can connect with people on a level that I couldn't understand necessarily, that journey of being a foster parent. Something I've always wanted to do and hope to maybe do in the future, but the realities of it are unique experiences that you would understand that I wouldn't. Just like I also don't understand the trials and tribulations of having a dog poop all over your house. I don't get that. I'm sure there are some, but I don't know them. Okay, anyone else want to share a little? Okay, Amanda?
Sorry if my kids interrupt, but I am a single married mom. I am a generational curse breaker. I am a survivor of abuse. I'm adopted. I'm an ex-foster child. I'm a Christian.
Little connection.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a motivator and inspiration for my family and friends. I am a supporter of my family, extended and immediate. I am a wife. I am a Financial Peace University student. I am a house church leader for my church, and I also am a volunteer for children's ministries.
I love it. See, that's the best part of this community is that not one of you guys isn't going to have something amazing. Like everybody says something, I'm like, I want to know you. You sound awesome. I love this. Anyone else want to jump in? Brianne, go for it.
So I am a speech pathologist, so I'm into that and education because I work in a public school, and all the things that go along with that. I love dogs. I love Disney. I love Pokemon Go. That's my nerdery right there. Listening to music. I'm a sport mom. We've got soccer, which just finished, swimming, ballet, baseball, all the things at various times of the year. I love figuring out healthy recipes for my children to not eat. And well, they try things. They're better at that, but they don't like anything. And then scouting outdoors. We recently started a scouting group that's all about inclusivity, which is pretty awesome, and I'm super loving that. So awesome. I think that's all my things I had written for right now.
Awesome. I love it. And I love that you just included things you nerd out on, because those are things like I didn't even get that far into mine, and that's something that you might forget. But like if you like Pokemon Go and you meet someone else who does, you can totally nerd out and talk about that. If you're like a hardcore Metallica fan and you meet another Metallica fan, you're like, oh, Enter Sandman is like the best song ever, you know, or whatever. Like I'm like a kind of a suburban mom who really likes hardcore gangster rap, and I'm okay with that. So like things like that, you know, you might find connections on it, even though they're just interests. So I love it. Thank you. And the teaching, education, and the speech pathology are also great connection points too. That is probably a sub community that you have a lot of commonality with people in too. Okay, anyone else? Go for it, AJ.
I'll share. And seriously, as I hear people talk, I'm like, oh, I like that too. So some of these might sound familiar.
I'm taking notes.
I mean, I didn't write this down initially, but like lover of the outdoors, that's totally me. So some of these things definitely relate. When you were talking about mom, I just wrote down mom, and then you were talking about being involved, and it made me think of all of the subcategories to mom. Like I followed the hashtag boy mom, because being a boy mom, there's a whole different level of being a mom in there. I'm also a very involved mom, and then I'm mom of one. So there's some of us that have single children. We kind of connect. Some people wanted more, some people only wanted one, but there's a connection in being a mom of a single. So tons of subcategories just underneath mom. And then I'm a licensed massage therapist, so along that comes caregiver. I am queer. I don't call myself a lesbian anymore because I feel like there's more to me than that. But that's certainly, there's a whole community of people I can connect with there. I'm also a woman of faith, so sometimes those two aren't common together. I'm engaged in my community in a variety of ways. I'm a four-legged mom. We have fur critters at our house. I am a striving vegan. I have for a short time been completely vegan. So that's something I find there's other people out there, especially on social media, that really live towards a vegan lifestyle, but may not be 100% there. So that's a whole community of their own. And then I'm a coach, more than just Beachbody, but like it's a natural thing that comes to me to help people develop into their best selves. So including health and fitness, but in other areas as well.
I muted myself so that you didn't have to hear me blow my nose. It's scary over here. So far, just me. So
Good.
I had a total mental breakdown the other night. My poor family were crying. My Daryl was working till like 2 a.m. We're like, why would no one take care of me? I just want someone to make me soup and put me in bed. I felt so bad for my kids. Poor Olivia was like, Mom, what can I do? And I'm like, nothing. Your dad's supposed to do it, and he's not here. It was a bad night. Little mom breakdown. So that you'll probably see a post about that in a couple days. Anyone else? Did you want to go, Gina?
Yeah, I can. I'm an architect's wife, so that's pretty interesting.
I added plumber's wife on mine, so I think that's valid.
Yes. Vintage trailer wife. We have a vintage trailer. It's more his than mine. Mama of 3, cross country mom, baseball mom, happy mom, blue mom ambassador. There's a blue mom tribe here in Spokane. You can connect with that. Data wrestler.
What does that mean? Sorry.
It's a group. She has conferences for moms for self-care and connecting with other moms, getting away for the weekend. So
I love it.
Yeah, it's somebody in Liberty Lake that has started it, and it's by loving on ourselves, we bloom.
Oh, blooming
Yes.
mom. I thought you meant blue, the color.
Oh, no.
Okay.
BLOM. Yeah, so there's a Bloom Mom Tribe.
Nice.
Facebook group, so I'm connected with them. And so I'm their data wrestler. I help her manage her data. Program manager, lady engineer, and healthy mom.
Nice. I really like, well, the Bloom mom thing is really cool. Thanks for sharing that. But I really like the lady engineer part, especially because my sister has a degree in computer engineering and graphic design, and she works in tech. God, excuse me. And that's really a niche thing that is, like, to her, it's very tribal. Women that get into that industry. She worked for Lockheed Martin. She interned in Google. She interned at NASA. She has done a lot of workshops and trainings on how, like, we talk a lot about, especially in relation to my daughter, Olivia, about how math and STEM programs aren't geared towards women and things like that. And that is a really niche community too. So
Yes.
I hope that helps you guys kind of look at and deal, like, look a little deeper. And we're going to do a little more with that, but I'm not sure how it will go with the screen sharing. So I'm going to try. But so when I first started doing hashtags, I'm going to pull up my thing. So I didn't really know what kind of hashtags to use to really find people, because I didn't have Instagram before I became a coach. So I didn't really have, it's not like it's something I used all the time and I search things up by hashtags. I don't have time for that now that I am a coach. I don't like go seek out things just to cruise around on Instagram, really. So, to be perfectly honest. So I don't have experience with, like, how that works. So when people said, create hashtags, so I can scroll back because I have never delete anything syndrome, and I can look at stuff in the beginning. So I used to have, so you can put on a post 30 hashtags a post. A lot of you know that. There is supposedly at this time no difference between posting them in your post and posting them in the comments of the post, as far as how many people see it and the algorithm and such. The only thing is that I personally think it is spammy to have it on your post. It just kind of looks like, why did she take the time to put 30 hashtags on there? Like, a normal person probably doesn't really do that. So you'll see, if you look at mine, not that I'm the end all be all of Instagram or anything, but I usually put 1, 2, 3, maybe tops on my actual post. And then I go in and copy and paste the 27. So I have saved sets of 27 instead of 30. And what I can do is I can have them under different categories. So in the beginning, I had fitness inspiration, food pics, marriage, and leadership. These were my 4 little sets I had saved, and they were in relation to that. But what I would like us to do with this exercise is get a little deeper into the ones that are more for you. So the things that you put on your wheel are the things that you should be having hashtags about. And so for me, and I'm sorry if some of this is a review to any of you, but like I said, if you really feel like you have something to share on this topic, just raise your hand or type something in the chat. I'd love to let anybody share who knows anything about this that's helpful. But from the training I've done, this is what I've learned. So my fitness inspiration one, if I go in and look, so what I would do is, if I did a fitness related post, I would post those. If I did a food related post, I would post those. And so some of that is still valid. But the ones I have on here, I'll read you some of them. Healthy lifestyle, mom of 2, fitness motivation, girl mom, boy mom, Whole30, paleo, keto, lifestyle. I'm not keto, but I like to snag those people and convert them sometimes. Sometimes. I find that some people struggle with the all or nothing of that, and that's something I can sometimes help with, because I did do low carb for a long time, and I do get good results doing keto, so I do understand it pretty well. Lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, balance, self-care, fit chick, fit mom, mom life, married life, mom style, love yourself, macros, fitness journey. Does these sound familiar? Any of you use things in this kind of vein? So my goal for you with this exercise would be that those kind of suck in relation to how many people in the world there are and how many. Something else I could write down would be like purple hair or moms with colored hair. That could be something else, because not all moms are going to think this is appropriate. And those people probably aren't my people. that doesn't mean that someone who doesn't have colored hair is not my people. It just means that if they're offended by it, that's probably going to be a problem. If every time they look at me, they think, God, she's a terrible mom walking around with her punky hair, right? Some people are more conservative, and that's not for them. I am a person of faith, but I also have a mouth of a truck driver. So, there's an ebb and a flow to who I am as a person. We're multidimensional people. And I do good with something some days and bad with something some days. So the way to make these more effective is to try and get a little deeper. So I'm going to try again. I still have screen share on, right? Are you guys seeing everybody? No, I turned it off. Okay, let me try that again. So this might be a little experiment real quick, but we'll see if I can make this work. I'm going to try and do it on the desktop, but I'm not sure to what degree Instagram will let me show you guys. I'm dying online because Instagram is more of a mobile thing. Okay. Oh, okay. So here's my stories, my cool science glasses. Everyone can see this. So first I want to give you a little tip about stories. If you put, you want to put 3 to 5 stories up a day if you can, but just know that if you put them all up at once, just bam, 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 and they're up and that's all you do all day, you might as well have just put one, pretty much. Because when you see on your phone, the top of your Instagram, and it has those little circles, where's the camera? There, that show you people's stories you can watch. The ones that are in the front are the ones that have uploaded something recently that you haven't seen. So once you've seen my stories, I don't no longer appear up there for you to click on. So here I shared a little bit about the peppermint mocha, just because it's a launch day. Normally I don't get too far into promoting actual products in my stories, but on exciting launch days or anything that something I'm gearing up for, like I shared about Morning Meltdown for a month while I was doing a promotional group. I put the little elf. So here's another tip. Anything that you use I love Nini. She's my spirit animal. Yes, honey. So I like that. I got my hair cut yesterday, chopped 3 inches off. Anything you share that uses the features Instagram offers you will be seen more. So if you add a GIF, if you add a GIF, whatever, there I am. See, this is the day after version. And I did a workout this morning. There's my son. He got a bucket filler award yesterday for doing something kind without him knowing anyone saw it. And someone caught it, which I thought was really cool. Sharing a little bit about my kids, right? Because I'm a mom. I love to read. I don't have as much time for it as I'd like, but I love instilling that love of reading into them. So it's just a little of our after school is a little snack routine.
They can resist the peer pressure that happens in these kinds of groups. Oh, come on, let's have sex. Everybody else is doing it. Oh, come on, smoke a doobie. Who cares? It's fun.
That's my psychology professor.
And typically, it's more members of one gender than the other.
And then this is this morning. So I just screenshot my calendar and said, look, we have a team workout today. And then I gave them a little recording, a screen recording into my gym. I'll give you a tip. I recorded that last night. I just did a little screen recording for 45 seconds where I scrolled through to the workout. And that way, when I got up this morning, I just popped it on there. It was already on there. And then I started sharing my workout after this. So I'm just showing them, look at all these programs and look at all these trainers. Just because people don't really understand what Beachbody On Demand necessarily is. And a lot of times people will see something like this on my story. I don't do this every day, but they'll be like, what is this? Wait, where's this? Is this on my on-demand on my TV? And that starts that conversation. I wrote that I'm in the middle of this and determined to finish. And there's all the workouts. And then that's kind of it.
Billy.
So here's my workout today. This workout I did yesterday. So to save myself time, I take a couple videos each day during the workout. Sometimes I take the video at the end when I finish, and I'll just record a couple moves to get it recorded, and it's in my phone, and that has taken so much pressure off me to record live each day. So here's blah, blah, blah. There's the workout. I'm going to pause this for a second just to say, almost every coach that you meet will tell you not to put more than 2 or 3 workout pictures in your stories. For me, I have found that my audience likes this. They like my motivation. I tell a motivational story kind of on my stories each day, but that's something my audience likes. And I've tracked that by going into the insights and seeing. It will tell you how many people tap and swipe through and don't watch your stories, like they swiped early. It will tell you someone watched 2 of them, you had 150 viewers, you had 100 viewers, then you only had 75, and then it drops off. So I can go back and look. And I did this over several months and watched and saw that people were watching. If 200 people watched the first one, 195 watched the last one. So very few people stopped and were like, oh, this is boring, scrolled out. I did a poll once and asked people, am I sharing too much workout? You know, is this bugging you? And not that I really would stop if it's something I love, because that's me. But anyway, and then I just think about what I needed or what I was thinking during my workout that kind of motivated me or what was on my mind. Sometimes I'm talking about time. Sometimes I'm talking about how you need this to be a better mom. The things that motivate me during a workout, that's what I share on it. So you don't have to do, you'll see people, some people like Jatana Jackson, other really successful coaches will do a sped up version. They get an app and they do that. I don't really, to be honest, I'm too lazy for all that to take my stories into another app and make them pretty. So what I do is I just snap a couple things, a couple moves through the workout. And if it's a really hard workout and I cardio meltdown, I almost never share because it's just really fast paced and I don't want to stop. But I'll just grab a few, let them play. And then what I do when I record them is I just have my music playing off my Alexa. That's the music you're hearing. So it's just playing in my living room and it's recording in the background. So it's not something I upload to this. I don't put it in another app or anything like that. I just say, Alexa, play. And then I start squatting. Okay. So that's how I do that. And the other thing I do to do the stories is I go in here to hands free. When you go in to post your story, you can swipe across the bottom and it gives you options of how to do your stories. And it says, oops, I just swiped out of Instagram. It says normal, you do a boomerang, you can do focus. Focus is like a filtery, pretty version of yourself. One of my upline coaches, Jessie, she records all her stuff with the focus thing. She likes it. I don't, because you have to hold the button. And frankly, I will be in the middle of talking and I'll swipe my thumb off the button and the video stops. So that's why I like the hands-free one. So I can record, like if I'm doing a recipe or I have something I want to say, I can record it. And I don't have to even post it that second. I just save it. I just press download button on each little screen on the bottom. And then I have them for whenever I put them up. So there's that. The hands-free thing is killer. And then I just tell Alexa to play. And there's my workout moves with the music in the background. Instagram, Facebook, you can't do more than a certain amount of seconds of music before you are in violation of copyright. So keeping it recording in the stories, it seems to be fine, but I couldn't do that on a video more than 15 seconds on a regular video on a post. The other thing is you can swipe up and add music directly to your video here, which is great. That's a great option. However, my Instagram is set up to automatically post everything I post on Instagram to my Facebook. So my business Facebook. If you don't have a like page, you can set it up to do to Instagram, to post to your regular Facebook. But if you have music uploaded through the Instagram feature, you can't share it to Facebook. So that's why I don't use that feature for music. I just put the music in the background. A lot of coaches will use an app, and they'll like Hype Type, or there's a lot of different apps. You can just search Instagram story apps, and they'll prettify them. They'll add filters. They give you cool fonts. And while I do get envious sometimes of those fonts, I just rather just stay in Instagram and do it here. So this is my workout I did last night. I grabbed a few recordings while Alexa was playing in the background. And then this morning when I got up, I uploaded those videos on, and boom, then I did today's workout. So my workouts are always posted a day behind, but that helps me because in the morning, sometimes I have school, I have kids, I have whatever's happening, and I don't have time to record it live, or maybe I have exactly 30 minutes to get that workout done. I don't have time to do recordings today. That just takes the pressure off me to do it today because I already have it in there from yesterday to share. So I am sharing my actual workouts. I'm just sharing them a day behind.
Now I listen and laugh, even almost got thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, cause he was an angel. One taught me love, one taught me patience, one taught me pain. I'm so amazing to love. I'm so grateful for my head. Thank you.
My messy living room view that everyone gets every day.
Thank you. So spend my time with my friends. I ain't worried about nothing.
You to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the
I love this song. I use it way too often.
In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind of the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know the way that change my mind. Cause it's eating me up inside. But we run our course. No, that means I'll have to.
There's usually a dance party at the end.
No, that means I'll have to. No, that means I'll have to. Lately, I've been thinking. I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go.
And there's that. So there's my story. So, and I'll share a little about this later. So the rest of the stuff in my day that goes in there is just here and there, like, hey, I'm taking a picture of my lunch, or my kids are doing this, and I just share throughout the day. But having it spaced out is helpful. So I just want to show you, if we can search here by, I don't know if this works the same as it does on the phone. So this is the part I'm not sure how it's going to go. So when you go into the Explore tab on your phone, you can search by hashtags. So let's see how this works. Okay. Fit Mom. 23,587,223 posts. So now you can see why maybe that isn't the best hashtag for me to use for people to find me. Because frankly, so many people are using that my posts immediately will be posted at almost virtually the same second as 100 other people posting using that same hashtag. So if someone's to come in here and look for hashtag Fit Mom, they're probably not going to see me. If they do, it might be one or two persons instantly before the nanosecond before I moved off the screen, right? So I want to kind of do a example from one of you guys. So
Amanda,
yes.
You see my Shelby?
Yes.
That's my dog page.
Shelby and Sky have their own page.
Yeah.
Follow. That's funny. Yeah, these are suggested people, which is funny. We are friends. I don't know why she's not on there. But she follows me. I must not have followed her back. Anyway,
Hey, Amanda,
yes.
you can use mine. I find that it's actually pretty the one I use the most is single married mom, and that one tends to not have a whole bunch.
Single married mom. But that's only one hashtag. So there you go. So you have 822. So if we click on that, there's 822 posts. Are you on here?
Yep.
Where?
Right there.
Yeah, the first one was mine.
Oh, the first one. Okay. So here we can see. So what you could do, this is what I would do. You have this hashtag single married mom that you like. You could come in here and find one like that is for you. So if you don't like shoes, that might not be it. Here's a lady dress. Here's somebody stretching. Here's somebody's little kid. So you can see here's somebody using containers. So someone else is using this hashtag as a coach, which is fine. But you can come in here and you could see this is 268 likes. Here's somebody. These are all single married moms. So these are all your people. You could come in here and see, like, here's a softball mom. I need to find this person. But my bills are paid. My children have food. And I ain't trying to impress you. So you can look at some of her hashtags. Don't judge the greasy bun, pregnancy, oil wife, oil life, single married mom. So this is someone who probably sells oils because she's got the oil hashtags. But don't judge the greasy bun. Go in here. There's no other hashtags for that. So that would be an example of maybe not the best hashtag choice. So when you do a hashtag at the end of your post, it's okay to use something like that because it's like just more for people to read it and to make them laugh. But if you auto share over to Facebook, that's why I don't put the 30 posts, the 30 hashtags on there, because then it auto shares over to Facebook where those hashtags mean nothing except for people to read them. And it's kind of makes your post all of a sudden look really spammy. So that's why I prefer to put them in the comments. Even though it might not have an algorithm effect, I do think it has an effect on what people see your post as, oh, she's obviously marketing something. But anyway, that's not really what I kind of wanted to get into. What I meant more was like, I'm going to take something like AJ was saying about being vegan. So we could search the hashtag vegan. And we can scroll down, we can see the just plain hashtag vegan has 85 million. So I don't think that that would be the best one. And even if you shared an awesome vegan recipe, so when you do your hashtags, a great way to break it down is it's great to have, it's not great, but it's a good way to break it up is to say like 10 of them could be these big popular ones, 10 should be in the middle of the road, and 10 should be lesser. So if you're going to do some of these million ones, that's fine. It might get you seen. And the more your post is seen, the more you might move up in this ranking where people will see you. But you can scroll down here and look at different options that start with vegan. Now look at vegan food lover. That's probably a lot of people who like vegan food who aren't necessarily vegan. Vegan food lover. I'm a vegan food lover. I'm in another life, I'm like a hippie with dreads that lives on the ocean and has full arm tattoos and doesn't even own a phone. So that's like my dream, like maybe next time on this planet. So vegan weight loss, that isn't bad. That's 200,000 something. So if you had a healthy vegan recipe.
Vegan in the making sometimes.
Yeah. Okay.
I find a lot of people that way.
I think that's a great one. I think maybe I would look at also things that don't start with vegan. Like I would say like sort of vegan, 289. So there's one of your small groups. So maybe a couple like that. Or maybe almost vegan. There you got 59,000. So these are different levels that you can break it up so that you have just only try and have a few that have a ton, but also recognize that if they have barely any, like almost vegan cooking something 53 posts, I wouldn't even probably use that. Because probably the only person using that hashtag is the person. Those are probably 53 posts from pretty much the same person. We can look and see. Almost Vegan Cooking School. Yep. Every single post is by the Almost Vegan Cooking School. So like that would be a poor. It's great to have a hashtag like when I share coach related things, sometimes I'll put hashtag team driven. Well, I can go back and I can look it up and see what posts are hashtag team driven, but I'm not the only team driven in the world, first of all. Elijah James, thank you. So anyway, you can see like different things from that. But for me, when I search it from my phone, it will show me the ones that I've posted. And it's just on there as a way to track stuff from my team. So here's where I announced Karina for her 100 pounds. So nobody is going to find me by hashtagging team driven. No one's just going to Instagram to search that. That's just something I put there for me. And for people to recognize that I have a team and whatever. So I put on my post for their recognition factor. But you can see on here the hashtags I put before and after. That's a big one. 100 people will be on that. Before and after weight loss. That's a big one. I use a lot of big ones, milestone, empower, inspire, spread love on this because it was a big recognition post for her. And I've hashtag Pio. But I would not do these hashtags on my normal posts because nobody is going in. Some people might go in and search hashtag Pio. So I do have like hashtag B100 and morning meltdown of my 30 because I'm doing that program right now. And I did find several people for my morning meltdown group who didn't have a coach and also for Lift 4 that helped. But that was only 2 of the 30. Does that make sense? Is this helpful at all? So what I would do is like so for the vegan one, that's what I would do. Obviously you could get really specific, like with Brienne had the Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go has 10 million posts, but right below that, Pokemon Go Friends only has 109,000. So that would be a great option, Pokemon Go Friends for one of your large group ones. And then Pokemon Go memes. I wouldn't probably do that one because people are looking for memes and they'd be like, why is your post here? But Pokemon, there's probably a Pokemon Portland one. There's probably, yes? Hi. Do you need something? No. Okay, well, let me work. Get out of here. Just because you heard the word Pokemon doesn't mean I'm calling you. So anyway, so as you go down, you can see like there's a lot of them that are hashtag to places. So because Pokemon Go is played in places, right? You're walking around, whatever. So you could probably go Pokemon Go scrolling here. Portugal. Let's see if we have Portland. Pokemon Go Portland, there's only 63. Pokemon Go Mom. Well, there you go. There's 158. Pokemon Go Moments. There's 400. So there's some of your smaller subcategories. You could try just Pokemon Mom. There you go. 800. So that's a good one. So just looking at things like that. And then what I would do, this is the exercise. This is your action from today's Super Saturday because I'm not going to beat your head into this anymore. But what I would like you to do is to take each one of these things that's on your wheel, and really, you only need to spend about 5 minutes for each of these things. So if you wrote down 8, that's 40 minutes. If you wrote down 10, that's 50 minutes. And if you have to break it up and just do 1 or 2 a day, that's great. That's what I did. I'm still actually working on because I just had some new things from today that I'll add into my wheel of who makes me me. And what I'll do is I'll save those in sets. So I use the Plan app, but I also use my notes section of my phone. I don't know if you can see this there, but they're just saved in groups. And at the top, I have 10s because you can only put 10 on a story. So I save the 10 and I go in and I copy and paste. So I have saved ones from yesterday. Down at the bottom of this, it says Spokane, Spokane Beauty, Spokane Hair, Spokane Doesn't Stuck, Spokane Hairstylist, Spokane Colorist, Spokane Hair Artist. That's because I got my hair done yesterday, and I do that for my hairstylist so that she gets people to see my hair who are looking up Spokane Hairstylist. Out, out, out. It's not time yet. You can go outside and play, and you can be upstairs. But I got 15 more minutes. Well, actually 5 more minutes and we're starting a video, and then you can talk to me, okay? Yes. Sorry, guys. Beauty of business multitasking. So anyway, so you can save them wherever you can hashtag and copy them. But when you're putting on your stories, those are the hashtags you want to use. You can just only use 10 of them. So it doesn't matter if you copy and paste all 30, just only the first 10 will be active. You'll see them underlined, and if you go over, they're not. And then one last thing, well, I'll probably show you after the video. No, actually, let me just see if I can show it right now real quick. All right, well, maybe I won't. I need a certain adapter. Here it is. Let's see if it will let me do this real quick without crashing Super Saturday on you. And then we're going to get to the corporate video after this, I promise. Okay, let's see. I'm going to minimize Chrome. And what I want is, I don't want iTunes. Cancel. I don't want to do iTunes right now. What I want is QuickTime, which of course I can't search because the control bar up here is covering everything. There. No, you're not gonna let me? Okay, well, that stinks. Let me see if I can do it this way. Give me 30 seconds to see if I can get this to work. And if not, okay. New movie recording. Hi. Now let's see if this will. Nope, it's not going to do it. Okay. Well, we'll just get out of that. It's supposed to share my phone screen on the screen, but obviously that's not working, so we'll just do it another time. But I was going to show you how the how I set up the hashtags. But basically, I'll just tell you really quick. Oh, I didn't say trust this computer on my phone. Maybe that was why. Enter device code to trust this computer. Well, anyway, basically what I do is I'm going to make myself big here so you can see this. Please, I'm trying to concentrate. Thank you. Let's see. So, okay, let's say this is my little story I'm putting up. I go out into my 10 hashtags. I don't know if you guys can see this, and I'll copy them. So those 10 ones that you just made, that just 10 of the ones that have to do with your things on your wheel, and you come in to your story. Can you guys see this at all? I paste them, and then I just shrink them down really small so you can't see them. Then I swipe up and I add the location. Colbert, or maybe you put like a restaurant you love or a park you're at, and I just hide it somewhere you can't see it. And if I can't find, which is like somewhere white or light or whatever, and if I can't find somewhere that I can hide it, I put like a emoji or a GIF over it or something. So that's what I do. That's how I get the 300 people viewing my story a day, is making sure I'm putting those hashtags every single time and a location on every single one. And I just copy, paste, minimize so you can't see it. And then there it goes. So that, make sure you're doing that on your post. That's going to be a huge thing too. Okay. Now let's pull up our, 1 second. Sorry, small lady emergency. Okay, I'm gonna pull up our video for Super Saturday, Super Weekend, sorry, I have a bad, hey, there's my sister in Peru hiking Machu Picchu with the llamas. Then she ate llama, which is my daughter's favorite animal, if anyone ever knows, and now they're all traumatized. So, let's see if I can pull up our video. And I'll mute myself and I'm going to minimize this. Can everybody, actually I need to put your faces back up so I can get a thumbs up. Can you all see this screen and can you all hear it?
Amanda? Tee. No sound.
I can't hear it either.
About
Can you hear it now?
It is.
revolution in
I can hear it now.
Okay, sorry, I muted my audio.
Anywhere in the world.
Better?
Because we
Yeah.
Okay.
you. But it's important that we make the most out of today if we want to continue this momentum. This is our very last super weekend of the year, but it couldn't come at a more important time. The next 2 months, November and December, might be the most important months of the year for you. Now, for those of you who are closing in on your year-end goals, whether that's to qualify for elite or premier status, team leader status, to become maybe a diamond coach, or even to hit Success Club for the first time, your goal is important. And I want you to be relentless about achieving it. November and December is the time to really focus on the daily actions that will absolutely get you there. But there's another reason why the last 2 months of the year are so important. What you do now determines how productive you'll be as we start the new year and a new product launch, which can truly create the momentum you've been looking for when the big health and fitness season is in full swing. But it's the work you do now through the end of the year which sets you up for that success. Don't take that for granted, because Let me remind you, the activity that comes from the pool of personally sponsored coaches that you enroll in 2019, all that counts toward your leadership points for next year. You see how that works? Your work right now is already setting you up for your results next year. So if you're sitting here today thinking, next year I want to be premier, or next year I want to be an elite coach, good for you. But the things you learn today are the things that are going to help you build your business immediately, so you both end the year strong and start the new year with real momentum. That's how you build a real business. That's how you build a team that is really helping people achieve their goals and lead healthy, fulfilling lives. Now, you can't have a super weekend without Mr. Sunshine. So please welcome Mr. Michael Neiman.
Wow, I've never been referred to as Mr. Sunshine.
Well, absolutely. You brighten up the room with your cheery smile and shiny head. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the opportunities for closing out 2019 strong.
I would love to. You know, I love this topic of closing out strong. It has been a great year. We launched Transform 20, 21-Day Fix, and Fix Extreme Real Time, Morning Meltdown 100, and our latest program, 6 Weeks of the Work with Amwala Caesar, is crushing.
Absolutely. I mean, Amwala already has a huge following within Team Beachbody, and what an incredible addition to our team of super trainers. On the nutrition side, this year we launched Ultimate Portion Fix and Certification, Vegan Recover, Beachbody Collagen Boost, and my favorite, Fruit Punch Energize.
Wow, we have really invested a lot in product development this year to create big opportunities for our coaches to leverage, but there is still more to come this year. Let's start with November.
Yeah, this is a huge month because we have our No Excuse November sale going on right now. This was so popular last year, it was our biggest November ever. So we brought it back. $20 off challenge packs and $10 off all completion packs.
That means that every program is on sale this month.
Right, can you imagine that? So it doesn't matter if you're starting a new 6 weeks of the Work Challenge group or a Morning Meltdown 100 group or even a nutrition group with Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset. You can leverage the No Excuse November sale to build groups now.
Yeah, a few other exciting things happening in November, and one of those things, the coaches are going to have to act fast. We are excited about the launch of our newest Shakeology seasonal flavor.
You must be talking about Peppermint Mocha Shakeology.
Yes, I am.
I'm predicting
Excited.
a record sellout.
Well, I think it is going to go fast. Remember, we only have a limited supply of Peppermint Mocha, and it is only available while it lasts. And it is so good. All right, let's jump to December.
Of course, I'm really excited about December. I mean, for at least 4 years now, we have had so many requests for a bar program, and it's almost here.
That's right. On December 3rd, we are launching Bar Blend from Beachbody's newest super trainer, Elise Jones. This is way more than a ballet class. This is a full body workout. Let's take a look.
I am powerful. I am motivated. I am committed. I am ready. I want to see you burn and sweat. We're going to torch some calories and torch some fat. Drop it low and get that heart rate up. Let's pick up the tempo. Let's go center, center, lunge. Yes, yes, yes. Center, center, lift. We reach and strengthen. Standing legs, feel the burn and feel the bliss. You've got it. Let's take it away from the bar and blend into our cardio intervals. What happens if we add a jump? Yes, love that. Let's get that knee up. Let's go for those weights. Curtsy, firework kick. Work on that balance. Work on that strength. And I want to see low and high. We're right in that fat burning zone. One more like that each way. Good work, guys. Feeling that burn. Reach forward. Let's come right to tempo. Let's pull back, up, back, down. Are you guys feeling this? Use those abs. Use those legs. Get that good energy. One more. Good job, guys. Way to rock it. Defy your limits. Define your body.
You know, I know that the coaches would love to learn more about Bar Blend, and I know that you had a chance to chat with Elise about the program.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she really knows her stuff. She's an amazing talent. Obviously, she was a great trainer in 3-week yoga retreat, but her background is in bar. So I got a chance to sit down with her, and let's take a look. We are in Studio 2 in the Beachbody Studios in Van Nuys, and I am on the set as it's coming together for Bar Blend with the creator of Bar Blend, Elise Joan. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting to be here.
Great to have you here. Now look, first off, for background, everybody knows you from 3-week yoga retreat. You were one of the yogis that made that such a breakthrough in introducing yoga to people. So it was really an amazing discovery to find out that your background was so perfect to not just leave you in the yoga library, but actually to bring you out into the catalog to help introduce bar to the Beachbody community. Talk a little bit about your background, because I think they'll be as fascinated as I was.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be introducing bar to Beachbody because it actually is my first love. Before I could even walk, I was in ballet classes, and I grew up dancing with the Virginia Ballet Company. So I have a really solid background in classical ballet. And originally my aspiration was pre-med at William & Mary. I took a little turn and decided to do musical theater in New York instead. So I had some amazing opportunities to perform in New York, and I got to learn from the best choreographers in the world. It really shaped my love of movement, and from there, I decided to study a little more fundamentals of bar. And my love of that grew into yoga, and from there, I got to develop bar programming for some of the top fitness brands from Equinox and Exhales, and I started to curate just kind of a really nice feel for how I could elevate the bar world and bring something a little new to a classic program.
I love the fact that that the foundation of the program is rooted in really where bar came from.
Classic.
But you've taken it to another level. And, you know, that's why we put the name Bar Blend, because it's not straight down the middle of what people have maybe taken in bar classes. How is this unique?
It's literally like nothing you've ever seen. And it was so genius on your part to call it Bar Blend, because it really gave me the freedom to bring all of my extensive background, which includes everything from Schwinn cycling to teaching bar, teaching dance, teaching yoga, of course, and take the best elements of all of those disciplines and about 20 ongoing years of studying movement and just bring us the best of the best. And one of the main things that makes it especially unique is I've created these incredible low impact cardio intervals that are still super high energy and high intensity. So our audience out there who maybe doesn't love to jump anymore, this program allows you to scorch that fat and burn those calories without ever doing any moves that involve high impact.
Well, you were saying before we rolled cameras that this is a bar body, but you've been using the program basically since you started to really evolve and innovate and create the whole blend. So it's for you, clearly, because it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Who is it for? Like, what is the continuum of people that can call Bar Blend their next program?
Well, one of the things that makes our program unique is I designed this for absolutely everyone. We have 3 very distinct levels, from modified, which still gets phenomenal cardio intervals and a lot of great results, to our midline, which is for everyone, to, you know, a super elite athlete status who maybe just came off the work and still wants to kick it up a notch. I got you. So it's really for everyone. My husband is a former football player, 6'3". I got him to the bar. He's burning and shaking. Joel Freeman stopped by my bar earlier this week, and I had his legs shaking within about 2 minutes. So if you're on that level, it's for you. And then at the same time, it's for my mom. She's 72. She's seen great results. And so I can really honestly say that it's for absolutely everyone. I've got you. If you've never touched your toes, I'm here for you. If you are a former triathlete in the Olympics, I will make sure you burn and shred. So I feel confident about delivering on those promises.
What kind of results have you seen from the group that's been doing it for the last 60 days?
Yeah, the weight loss has been phenomenal. But I've had feedback that, you know, women in their 50s are now fitting into their teenage daughter's clothes. I'm starting to see abs on women who had 20 pounds to lose, right? 30 pounds to lose. So a lot of transformations happening.
That's awesome. Well, of course, people are following a nutrition plan as well as they're going through it. So we're providing the Beachbody Nutrition Guide, but we're also advocating that people will add either Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset to the program. And there's journals to track your progress and express how you're feeling about things. But we also added something to this program, which I'm really excited about, because maybe it's trendy, but it's something that people are really enjoying. Let's talk a little bit about the motivational cards.
Oh my gosh. Well, trendy, yes, but you know, this idea of affirmation has been around for many hundreds of years. And I think it's one of the things that makes this program so special. It is life lessons that we can take when we step away from the bar and go out into our world. So any kind of motivation or an affirmation, we call them, starts with I am. So we have everything ranging from I am motivated and I am confident to I am grateful or I am present or even I am forgiving, right? And the idea is that even though we're all on this transformational journey, both of our physical fitness and our emotional wellness, it's about loving ourselves along the way. It's about celebrating where we are now. And these cards just give a ground base for how we can incorporate that into these 30 minutes we have together, and then how you can take them into your day. And I think you'll notice some of the same results our test group has: more power, more confidence, more interaction, listening more, and being able to speak your truth away from the bar.
We're so excited about doing this and seeing you expand your presence in the Beachbody catalog. This is going to be an amazing launch in December. And obviously, when people really get started with it all together in mid-January, we're going to see some amazing results.
I know you will. And I'll deliver on that booty lift you asked about earlier. Can't wait.
I'm hoping for that for myself.
You got it, Carl. You already have it.
Thanks, Elise.
Coaches are going to love Elise, and they are going to love Bar Blend.
Oh, they are. But that's not the only thing coming in December that we're so excited about. We are pleased to announce additions to both the Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset Nutrition programs. Now, here's what we've learned. It's not just coaches who want an ongoing connection to the creators of these programs, Autumn and Alana, or more Fixate and 2B Mindset recipes and meal plans. Your customers also want that access to ongoing tools. That's why we're creating a monthly series for each program. The monthly fix for Ultimate Portion Fix and the Mindset membership for 2B Mindset. And this monthly content will give Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset fans ongoing direct access to Autumn and Alana in an exclusive support group. Plus, new recipes, deep dives to get better results, the latest tips, and support to really have long-term control of nutrition without any starving or deprivation.
The monthly subscription is $19.95 for each program and will be included in the Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset offers. Customers can opt out of the subscription if they want.
They won't want to, because Autumn and Alana are preparing some really great content. And Michael, you left out one really important point. Coaches will earn commissions and volume from sales of the monthly fix and the Mindset membership.
Yeah, that is a great way to build monthly commissions and team volume. At the same time, you are really helping customers get the best results.
Now, we're going to start offering the monthly fix and the Mindset membership in all Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset packs starting in December. The content will be available starting in January, and the first month is included with the purchase of the program. So this is going to be a big add to helping people get results for the long term.
It is really going to be great. And finally, on the product side, December will also be the launch of our newest Beach Bar, Vegan Chocolate Almond Crunch. That's right, vegan. And it is delicious. This 100% plant-based bar is packed with 9 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, all in just 150 calories. You know, that is what makes Beach Bar such a powerful option when it comes to snacking with great nutrition and limited calories.
I know we're just covering November and December here in this video, and I know that people are now hungry for a vegan Beach Bar. But there are a couple of things that are happening in the first quarter of next year that I'd like to get to. So can we talk about that?
Well, if you're ready to share, then I'm sure they'd be excited to hear about it.
People got to get information. They made the trip to the Super Weekend. I want you to have some surprises. So first, a little something that will be adding to 6 weeks of the work. We heard that there are a lot of people that weren't quite sure if they were ready for the intensity of this program, including this guy. So maybe you wanted to do better on the fit test, or maybe you wanted to do something before you started the work. So Amwala and the team are filming 11 additional workouts called 4 weeks of the prep. This 4-week program is specifically designed to get anyone ready to take on 6 weeks of the work.
Even me?
Almost anybody. to do 6 weeks of the work. Now, 4 weeks of the prep will be available in January, and it's included for anybody who's purchased VIP early access of the work. It's perfect timing too, because so many success stories are already starting to circulate, and people are going to really want to get these kind of results. And now even more people will have access to this caliber of training.
That's right. Now, Carl, you said there were a couple of things to talk about, and I think the coaches are going to be especially excited about the big launch happening in March.
Well, I'm excited about it too, but rather than tell you, I'm going to show you.
This program has been years in the making. It's all coming together. It's going to be something that people are going to love. I cannot wait to show you this and get to work on it.
All right, bro, let's go. Let's work on that core, get the body engaged. Let's go do some 10 rounds, bro. Show me a 3-punch combination going right to the right. When did the feet take place?
A punch.
Where's the core going to engage at?
Through the movements.
Okay, show me. Shadow box. 3-punch combination. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, rest. All right, Joel, that's looking good, bro. I've been doing this 39 years, bro. This is how I train all my pros. People don't understand. They think they always need a heavy bag, pads, speed bag. You don't need none of that to do this.
That's what this program is all about. 10 3-minute rounds of shadow boxing with these basic movements: the jab, the cross, the hook, the uppercut, the footwork. All that footwork that we're always doing, that's where it starts, from the ground up.
You feel that power. Starting from your feet, traveling up. One into your core. And it's going to end with that power punch.
And add those defensive moves: slip, roll, move our feet, all that agility movement.
This is boxing. It's all about your strength, stamina, and your speed. I done watched people and all they did was shadow box, and they cut them right up. When you add weights to this,
on the other 2 days, we're going to be lifting lower body and upper body, full muscular endurance strength training.
Come on, man. It's a knockout program. People gonna love 10 rounds, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, bro. Let's get your ass back to work, man. Come on, bro. There you go.
Whew, pretty
I'm so
excited
excited
about
for
that.
Yeah, me too.
Get my wind back. Okay. Really, this is something to look forward to, especially for fans of Joel Freeman and for fans of boxing type fitness programs in general. 10 rounds is scheduled to go on sale in March of 2020.
Oh, that's a big trend in fitness right now, boxing programs. So now look, we started the Super Weekend talking about all the product opportunities that are coming in the last 2 months of the year. What's so exciting is that all of these products tie back to our core mission of helping people achieve their goals by providing great products to get them results. Those results drive our success.
Yeah, and speaking of success, the next 2 stories are a powerful example of what happens when you combine our proven and tested products with a caring and supportive coach and someone who is ready for a change. Please take a moment to watch the incredible journey of these Beachbody Challenge finalists.
2 years ago, I weighed 265 pounds. I hated how I looked. I hated my arms, my legs, and I felt awful all the time. I was always tired, always fatigued. Everyday life was just a struggle. It was like problematic for me every single day because of how big I was. The turning point was definitely my niece and my nephew. They would always want to play and do things and go outside, and I could never do any of those things because I was so big and I was so tired. So my niece and my nephew inspired me immensely to start my fitness journey and become the healthiest me that I could be. The way I found out about Beachbody and Beachbody programs was Sarah, who's my coach now, and just scrolling through her feed and like seeing her positivity and like the food she was eating. I was like, hey, I like this. I could do this. And I chose to do the 21-day fix.
Let's go. Get low. Get up. It's okay if you lose your balance. We got this. We're having fun, guys.
I needed something to kind of get started on that was a beginner program that would teach me both nutrition and exercises.
You can do anything.
Literally everything Autumn says just like makes my heart happy, and I'm like, yes, I can do it. I did 21 Day Fix multiple times. I've done 80 Day Obsession, Lift 4. I've done Transform 20 now. Ecology played a huge role in my transformation. It's absolutely delicious, and you get all these vitamins, minerals, superfoods. I got such great results because I just followed what they told me to do. Boom, crushed it. In 2 years, I lost 126 pounds and kept it off. The quality of my life has changed immensely. I wake up and I bounce right out of bed. I went from an 18-20 in pant sizes to now I'm a size 5'5". I'm half the person I used to be. Like, what? There are so many things I can do now that I couldn't do before. Now I've gained so much more confidence. I'm proud of like who I am and what I've done and who I've become. Cheers. Cheers. The most rewarding part is seeing the way my niece and my nephew look at food now and look at working out now. Like when they make healthy choices, it makes my heart happy because I know they learned them from me.
When I began my fitness journey, I weighed 308 pounds. At 6'4", it may not have looked like it, but I did carry every pound of that weight. I was ashamed and extremely self-conscious. I gained the weight through years of neglecting my health. A diet consisting of chocolate bars, chips, and energy drinks, and physical activity that was some walking every once in a while. I was ashamed at how I had let my health deteriorate. And the final tipping point had to be when I wasn't able to keep up with my son. Just trying to keep up left me out of breath and my heart racing. It was a giant wake-up call. I had to make a change. I found out about Beachbody programs from my wife and now coach, Emily. We decided that we would start with Shift Shop and complete it together. This is your moment. Chris Downing and his amazing inspiration pushed me to be better, and in the first 3 weeks of Shift Shop, I lost 28 pounds. My wife, Emily, has helped me every step of this journey. Every day we push each other to get better results, and it has made us closer. Our relationship has never been stronger. After completing Shift Shop, I moved on to complete 21 Day Fix Extreme, T25, Sean Week multiple times, and I'm now on my third go-around with Lift 4. The convenience of being able to work out at home has allowed me to succeed in this transformation. The Beachbody programs have changed my life. You are provided with everything you need: nutrition, the physical workouts, and the support. All you have to do is follow what is laid out for you. Overall, in 9 months using Beachbody programs, I lost a total of 108 pounds. I feel incredible now. I've lost a total of 8 pant sizes. I've lost 50 plus inches throughout my body. My confidence has soared. This transformation has allowed me to no longer feel self-conscious when I walk into the room. My son was the reason this transformation began. I made him a promise that I wasn't going to watch from the sidelines as he grew up. This makes me immensely happy because both myself and my wife know that we're setting a proper example for our son, Gunnar.
That is powerful stuff right there. So Carl had to jump off to attend to some work that needs to get done. That's no surprise. If there's work to be done, Carl will be there. It is with that consistency that he continues to build business success. Consistency and dedication are always the forerunners to success. And to be consistent in your approach, you need a clear plan of action steps. To help with this, superstar diamond coach Ruth Schroner is going to share her plan to finish the year strong.
Hi guys, I'm Ruth Schroner and I'm so excited to share my 8-week business plan for you today. So I focus on 3 main areas at the end of the year to not only make sure that I'm ending 2019 really strong, but also setting myself up to have the best 2020 possible. The first area that I'm focusing on is rocking my own health and fitness journey with excitement. Right now I'm doing 6 weeks of the work. I'm also making sure I'm following my nutrition plan and I'm drinking my Shakeology. That way, I know I'm going to get amazing results that are going to help me build credibility with my audience and show them the results that our program can give them. As I'm sharing my story on social media, I'm not just posting a sweaty selfie and saying, workout 10 complete, bye. It's not just that. I'm sharing more about my story and my journey. I'm a new twin mom, and I'm taking my babies to my garage gym, or I'm talking about how I'm meal planning on Sundays so my audience can relate to my journey and see themselves in me. Additionally, I am sharing my progress pictures every Monday or Tuesday. This helps hold me accountable. Another thing that I do is a feature Friday with my online bootcamp participants. So I'm sharing their progress and their results on social media so other people can see that it's just not me getting results. The second area that I'm focused on is building relationships and inviting behind the scenes. One easy way to build that relationship is to simply say happy birthday to those people on Facebook and let them know that I think about them. The second way that I build relationships is to take 5-10 minutes a day to scroll and get to know my followers and my friends, and then I'm leaving real, genuine comments. That corresponds to that, and that builds a relationship in our friendship. The third thing that I'm doing is sending 5 to 10 invites every single day about my upcoming challenge group or about the coach business opportunity. I'm doing this because I know it's planting a seed, and I know that these same people who are telling me no or not right now are going to start thinking about their health and fitness again once January rolls around, or they might even need a little extra income with a business opportunity to pay off that Christmas credit card bill that they racked up. When that time comes, I want to make sure that they think about me. Additionally, I'm using the problem solution invitation method. So a problem might be that with twins, it's crazy to try and get out of the house. Beachbody has given me a gym in my own home, and I'm inviting those people who might have that same problem to join me. I'm also tracking these conversations so I know who to follow up with in December, or if they tell me no or not right now, I'm gonna ask them, is it okay if I follow back up with you in the new year? New coaches have an awesome opportunity in this business to use the promo codes to help them get 3 people started. So I'm making sure they're leveraging those in their invites, in their follow-ups, and letting those people know that they can get $10 off their package as a customer, as a coach. And the last area that I focus on is leveraging the season we're in with specific offers and groups. So one way that I do this is offer 3-day refresh groups. I'll do this after Thanksgiving and after Christmas. We know that a lot of people overindulge during those holiday seasons. And so I offer 3-day refresh groups just to help them lose that maybe little extra bit of fluff they might have put on during their holiday meal, or maybe it's going to boost their confidence as they go to put on that little black dress for their New Year's party or for their Christmas office party. Another way that I leverage the season is to have a special deal on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I'm going to take advantage of this and offer a special gift on these 2 days on my social media, and also reach out to people through my invites and follow-ups and let them know that I'm having a promotion as well. So I'll either throw in the Fix8 cookbook or Shakeology samples when they purchase their challenge pack that day, just to help them have that extra gift and feeling of savings during this time. The last way that I'll do this is by offering peppermint mocha Shakeology. I'm going to let them know about the benefits of it as well, so they know they're getting an amazing product that's going to help them feel good throughout this crazy holiday season. People are watching me every single day on social media, and when they are ready, either now or in a few months, I'm going to be there and I'm going to help them get those same results. And that's why I focus on these 3 areas the last 8 weeks of the year.
Thanks, Ruth. You know, it is true what they say, that this business isn't hard or complicated, but it does take consistency and dedication to commit to the vital behaviors every day. If you want business results, you have to invest in the activities that will drive those results. If you're a new coach and aren't sure of what those activities are, check out the Success Club System Business Activity Tracker. It can be found in the coach office, and it will outline the foundational daily activities that, when done consistently, should create your business success story. Take advantage of the next 2 months to finish the year strong and set yourself up to start 2020 with momentum. You know, if you are sitting at a Super Weekend event today and feeling the energy and culture of Team Beachbody, then you definitely need to be at Coach Summit in July. One of the best investments that you can make in your business is attending the Coach Summit. It's filled with valuable training, and it will fill you with a Beachbody experience that will drive your business. There's a special ticket price right now of just $155 that ends on Monday, November 4th. You should commit to going to Summit. So go to coachsummit.com to take advantage of this low price. Just like the thousands of health and fitness stories that we create each month, we are equally proud of our coach success stories. As we close out this Super Weekend video, we wanted to share with you one of those stories.
My name is Deidre Mangus, and I am from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. I started 6.5 years ago as a coach, and my journey started as a customer, just working on my own fitness journey after I had my second child. I was 6 weeks postpartum, and I wanted to start on my fitness journey right away. I've always loved fitness, but as I was having children, it was getting harder for me to get the weight off. And my cousin actually introduced me to the Beachbody world. I joined her challenge group, and I started right away with Insanity and Shakeology to help me with my nutrition because it was something that I really struggled with. And I was getting results right away. I lost 40 pounds with different Beachbody programs. My cousin had asked me a couple times if I would join her team. And I told her no twice because I was busy. I had a lot going on. I was working full time as an ER nurse, and I had a 1-year-old and a newborn. So it wasn't until I was approached by a friend who said, "You should sign up as a coach and I want your help." And that was the moment where I decided that this is my time that I could help serve somebody else too. And I started coaching, and I just started sharing my journey. I just started sharing my workouts more. I started talking about my nutrition more, and I started inviting people to join me. It took me 6 months to reach diamond status, diamond rank. And I felt then that I was like, I can be a leader. I can actually lead a team. And I decided to cut back my hours as a nurse because I knew the sky is the limit. So I was able to quit my full-time nursing job in 2014. And then 2014 to 2016 started to be a little bit rough. I started to have family issues. I started going through a divorce, and I went through a very traumatic event, and everything came to a halt for me. I was really struggling to get through my days. I was struggling with focusing on my business. I was struggling with focusing on my kids. It was really, really hard to wake up some mornings. During the days where I struggled so much, the only thing that I could do is just lean into the community that I have with my team and just share that I'm struggling. And I'm so thankful that I had people to sweat with. I had people to work out with and, give me a pep talk. I'm so thankful for that community. I had a lot of my coaches help me through, moving. I picked up and we had to buy a house and furnish it because I worked so hard at building my business, and with the consistency that I had every single day for the first few years of my business, I was able to afford purchasing a house for myself and my kids and provide my kids with everything that they needed. In 2016, I also met my current husband, and he has been such a huge blessing to me. When I married my husband, I also took on 3 more children. And that same year, we had our first child together. So we now have 6 kids as a blended family. And it is an experience. My kids love what I do. They like to talk about how mommy's a coach and how she can work at home and how I'm able to attend all of their events and I can be with them at all times. Beachbody has shaped my confidence in who I am. The health and fitness journey alone and just helping me get into the best shape of my life has been huge. Surrounding myself around other like-minded, positive, and encouraging people has been huge. And, you know, when you surround yourself around people, you become just like those people. Today, I feel like I have overcome so much. I feel like I've had a lot of ups and downs, and I used my hard times as a reason to keep me going. We were made to do hard things. We were made to overcome a lot. And that is the motto that I have followed from the get-go. And I will continue to follow that, along with, you know, having my team follow that and my family.
Just 1 second, guys. I'm coming back, I swear. Okay. Let's see. All right. Sorry for the wait. So I thought that was awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I love the coach success story at the end. I think it's really, really inspiring for someone to be honest enough to say, sorry, I had to make my shake, I'm starving, to say, and I didn't want to do it while it was playing. When you couldn't hear was because I tried to put my microphone on mute. I thought you would still get sound, but I guess not. So I had to just, I wanted you to not have to hear my nose blowing and coughing, but I guess that wasn't an option. But I love that she's honest enough to share that, you know, her life took some pitfalls and that she got off course, and that, I mean, and what a amazing change from being a mom of 2 to a mom of 6. I mean, our lives evolve and our business evolves with it. But the opportunity to have something here, for me personally, I left my job in July. I had a really hard period between January and July where I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stay or to go. And because I work for the federal government, I wasn't allowed to share about what I was struggling with very much. I was only allowed to share within my own team, which was amazing because it was the only outlet I had was these poor people who got to hear about my stress. And I also have a sibling that's very sick that I share about in this community that I don't get to talk about anywhere else because that's his business, not mine to share. But I have this community of people to come to share those struggles with, those hard days, that things aren't always perfect, that I would not have that outlet if it wasn't for this community. I wouldn't have the support. I wouldn't have people where I can say, you know what, I can't host Super Saturday because I might have to drive to Seattle to take my brother to the hospital at a moment's notice. And so my life is different now than it was 6 months ago. And so if I do it virtually, if something happens, I can go. My grandfather spent the night in the ICU 2 nights ago and is presently not doing well. He'll be progressing out of here shortly, and same with my grandmother, one on each of my parents' sides. So I have a lot going on with my family, and if I had a regular job that I was tied to right now, I don't think that I would be able to stay. I wouldn't have any income, first of all, because right now we're living solely off besides my husband, but for me, we're living solely off my Beachbody income, which is dramatically different than where I've been at the last 4 years of coaching, where it was kind of extra money that helped us get out of debt and I used to pay off bills. Now I'm living off this. And I resonate a lot with all of those things, a lot. Anyway, I also think there's a lot of exciting announcements with the bar blend coming. A lot of people have been asking for bar stuff. And I don't know if you guys really recognize the value of these boutique workout programs, but I just want to touch on that a little bit. Boutique workouts aren't going anywhere. It's where it's at. people in big cities pay insane amounts of money for individualized classes in all of these types of things, like a kickboxing class or a boxing class like Joel is putting out, which I'm so excited for. I think I kept saying things like that out loud that you guys had to hear. But a bar class, there's a bar studio out by my house called The Barcode. I have 30 classes there waiting for me to take because I bought it at their grand opening. I went there and went to a few and wanted to support this local business, and I've always wanted to try it. And my husband bought me as a gift a pack of classes. I have used one of those classes in the last 4 months since they opened. Not because I don't want to go and not because I don't enjoy it, but because I don't have time. And I just can't get there. The times they offer the classes don't fit with my kids and my life. So this is a huge solution, even for people that do go to the gym and that do like things. Like I like this bar class. I can't get there. They only have childcare during like the 9:30 option. Well, my kids are in school at 9:30 and so am I. So that doesn't work. When I was working night shift, I would get off at 7 in the morning. I couldn't stay up 2 more hours to go to their 9:30 class. So these things, as fun as they are, we have them to offer people at our fingertips, and that's an awesome solution for anybody. So the first thing I want to ask, I want to just kind of open it up. Does anyone have any questions on any of the new announcements that we went through? There's the bar, there's the work. They're launching 4 weeks of the prep to go with 6 weeks of the work. I really like that too. Yeah, and unmute your guys' selves and jump in if you want.
I'm curious about the bar because I know we're going to get this question. I mean, it shows her actually using a bar in the promo video for it. So what are people going to, is Beachbody going to sell a bar you can install in your house? Would you know they're going to for that?
I did hear that they are going to sell like a freestanding bar that you can assemble.
Okay.
At Summit, they said that. I haven't heard that recently, but I do think I remember that from Summit when they originally announced it. And also, she did say like that you could do those moves anywhere. So you could stand like at your kitchen counter and use it. And you could also have a chair in your living room that you use. So I do not, in fact, I know that it's not required in order to do the program. So if somebody wanted to, and if they're still selling that, I'm not sure because, the logistics of making that at a marketable price for people to actually buy. I don't know if they ever ironed it out all the way. So we'll find out soon, I guess. And I might be able to find that out after this and let you know. But I do know that they said that you definitely do not need it to do the program. So it might make for prettier pictures, but buy a pretty chair.
Right.
Go to a thrift store and get a pretty chair that you don't mind having in pictures if you're going to do it. I think it will be great for so many people. And like I said, like I have that class. Oh, and I'll also say that I got a membership to this app called Sweatworking with that package from the Bar Studio. And it has all different workouts, including ones from the Barcode. And they are terrible. Like I just couldn't get over like the angles and the lack of being able to see things, the lack of instruction from some of the people. So I really, loved meeting all of you. Gotta go. Bye, Amanda. But I really, trying that app out really made me appreciate what we have in Beachbody On Demand. The quality of the workouts and the quality of the filming and everything is really awesome. Another thing they talked about.
I had a question.
Yeah. Go for
it. About the 2B Mindset, that add-on.
Yes.
Is that just going to be for ones that are going to purchase, or the ones that have purchased, would they be able to use that too?
Anyone can subscribe to it. So you would subscribe to it and it's like an extra $20. I think they said $19.95 a month or something. And you'll be in that private group and you'll get that content every month. It will be included in an Ultimate Portion Fix or a 2B Mindset Fix challenge pack. So your regular challenge pack, if you just were to get MM100, the Morning Meltdown Challenge Pack, it comes with that kind of basic nutrition guide that comes with the program, but it doesn't have the entire library and lifetime access to Ultimate Portion Fix or To Be Mindset. The best time to offer that to people is when they sign up, because it is the cheapest, best deal for them to get it at the same time, and they have it forever. So I just signed up a couple weeks ago, a husband and wife. I got them a discount coach account and the Ultimate Portion Fix, because they really wanted to work on their nutrition. They had done keto and low carb over the last year. They actually talked to me 2 years ago about doing something and never pulled the trigger, never completed their cart. And they sent me a message after I posted Eric's results, because he said, that's the first time I've seen that you worked with guys. So, I mean, it's just sharing someone else's story on our team got me this new customer. So it doesn't always have to be yours. They've been watching me do it for 5 years. They know I'm showing up. But the thing that made him feel like he could do it was seeing a success story from a man and say, okay, this works for guys too. So sometimes you have to fight objections that you don't even know you have before you get them. And a great way to do that is sharing. But anyway, they really wanted to learn to cook as a family. And that's when I was like, you know, you guys should get this Ultimate Portion Fix. That way, if you don't stick to the same workouts and you decide they're going to do one round of 21-day fix together, but then if he decides he wants to do Beast or Lift 4, and she decides she wants to do Morning Meltdown or whatever, they have the Beachbody on demand, but they're going to work through the videos together. And I'm encouraging them to work through one a night as a couple before they go to bed. That's how I had them do it. So we'll see how that works, but that's kind of how I'm approaching it. I'm like, just take them one day at a time. So if they had bought this now that this exists, like 2 weeks later, they would have gotten that automatically in there. I do have to say that that means it's an automatic subscription, just like the Shakeology, and you will have to go in and cancel it if you don't want to keep it. So that's something to keep in mind if you sell a To Be Mindset pack to someone with Shakeology. Like, just like I say to them, I want you to really focus on trying to have this in your life every day so you can see the difference it makes in how you feel by drinking your Shakeology daily, because it's not just something you have here or there, but if you have it every day, you definitely will start to notice some sort of benefit, which is different for everyone. Some people notice way different things. Melanie, a coach on our team, a new coach, just messaged me and she's like, I'm down 3 pounds since having Shakeology back. She has a whole bunch of personal health issues that she feels have all come back and been worse in the year she's been off Shakeology. And she just added it back in a month ago and they're all going away. And she was realizing like a month ago, this is what made her message me to sign back up, was that she realized that when she was working with me a year and a half ago and drinking Shakeology every day, she didn't have those issues. And now they're all back. So she can speak to that, but I can't. As far as my experience is that I have way better consistent energy throughout the day with less crashing. And when I drink Shakeology in the morning, especially, I have way less late night cravings, which I also think is great. And the third thing I really notice is my digestion and regularity. If I don't have it, I notice that I'm not doing my bathroom thing as regularly as I should. And I just don't feel like things are working as well. So that's my experience. And yours might be different. But so what I'll say to people is I try and encourage them to try it. It's going to be the same thing with this membership subscription. Make sure that you go in and access it and utilize it and see if it's helpful to you so you know if you want to keep it or not. Because with Beachbody On Demand, one of the nice things is when someone signs up, I start working with them on nutrition right away. If they're not ready for the workouts, that they have it for a year. So if they don't get to the workouts right away, I don't feel pressure like, you haven't even tried it yet. How do you know if you like it? But with the subscription, they're only included a month. So when they get billed the next month, they're going to have a Shakeology and the subscription. So just be aware of that, because I think it's good customer service to let people know ahead of time so that they're not like, what's this $19 charge? And you're like, oh, that's your subscription to your Portion Fix group that I never told you about. Sorry. Oops. You know what I mean? Like, so as long as you do your due diligence and let them know, and then maybe anytime I sign someone up now, what I've started doing, because I do write it in my tracker, but what I've started doing is putting a reminder on my phone, like a calendar note. And I just say, check in with AJ on her Shakeology 2 weeks from the day she signed up. Hey, how are you liking it? Have you found your favorite recipe yet? Sometimes they're like, I haven't opened it yet. And I'm like, because of course, when they see the bill come in 2 weeks for the next one, if they haven't opened it yet, they don't want a stockpile, and they haven't experienced the benefits because they haven't tried it. So to remind me to follow up with people, I've started putting that on my calendar, just because there's no shame in my game. I don't want to forget someone that I signed up last month that didn't participate in the group. So I'm not seeing their face every day. So I don't think of checking in with them. So now I'm like, check in on Jackie. Or I have a list of everybody in my, so in my documents on my phone, I have a list of Morning Meltdown info group. Morning Meltdown emails. Nope, that ain't it. Well, anyway, in here, I have a list of everybody who signed up for Morning Meltdown, everyone's email on one list. So as I signed them up, I copy and pasted their email over to this list. So I can send an email here to check up with them now. It's November, and see who's fallen off, who needs a restart, who needs to get focused. No, they probably won't need to buy a new challenge pack, so it's not going to help me with Success Club this month, but it will help me make sure they're started utilizing what they already paid for and getting the value of it. And maybe they wanted to do it, but something happened. Maybe they did a week or two of workouts and it's not the one for them. I had some people leave the group because they were like, this isn't it for me, who are loving what they're doing now. So maybe it's just not for them. And the opposite has happened. I had someone just start 21 Day Fix. They did a week, and she ended up trying a Morning Meltdown, fell in love, and now she's doing Morning Meltdown. She's just doing it in our regular general team-driven wellness community, the mixed group, because it's too late for me to add her to this B100 group at this point. So a couple other things to touch on before I stop holding you hostage. Ruth Schroner, those were amazing tips. And I'm really excited because a couple of them, I'm going to re-watch that and either record it and post it in Team Driven so everyone can see it. Yes, I'll have this whole meeting on there, but it's going to take, an hour or two to load to YouTube this long of a video. But I want to make sure everyone sees just that little clip, because those are great tips. The progress pictures, the feature Friday, things like that, but not even that specifically so much as the simple ways to touch base with people in your network by sending them happy birthday every month or every day. When you go into Facebook, it tells me 9 of your friends have birthdays today. It only takes a second to send them a private message rather than posting something on their wall that 500 people see. And you'll probably be one of only a few people who took the time to message them today. So it's only 2 sentences. That can be part of your morning power hour routine. When it says start conversations, that can be 10 people to connect with today, or 5, or however many friends you have. Tracking conversations. That is why I don't have it right here. I thought it was this, but it's not. There's a bunch of people I was talking to, but that is why you write down who you're doing. I use the BAT, the Business Activity Tracker, and I use mine. I wish I had it to show you right next to me, but schoolwork. I have mine. I use the front page over here to do what I'm doing today, but on the facing page that's blank, I have all the people I'm talking to on that page so I can see them on the same page. So I have them bound in a notebook. And the reason I like to have it on the paper is because then I can just have that many copies of them. I love yours is wipe off board to help you get through it. And that new digital one is awesome too. But I do find that next month when I want to know who I talked to this week, I need a record of who I talked to. And that's an easy way for me to not have to keep a separate list, is to keep this notebook. I do have one if you want it. I think I have one left that is a spiral bound notebook of a whole year's worth of them printed out. If you want it, Amanda, I'm happy to send it to you, because I don't think you were at Super Saturday where I gave them to the team, but I do have one left. So I will give it to you if you want. I had two, but I mailed one to
I love it. Yeah, I would love to. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool and innovative when you posted it. I'm like, oh, that's genius, because I do hate wasting paper too. But then I was like, how are you going to know? I guess you could take a picture of it every day, but we all even have so many pictures, or every week, I mean. And you could also just make a list in your phone. But then, sometimes the more things you have to do, the less likely you are to do them all, So if you can save a step, then for me, what I do is when I'm getting ready to do November, I just flip back 4 weeks worth, 4 pages, and I can see everybody I talked to in October that I never got a message back from or a follow-up or whatever. And I can say, hey, we're doing a Instant Pot group this month. If you want to jump in, I have tons of recipes. I have a massive Instant Pot group, by the way, guys. I'm just afraid of my Instant Pot and only use it to make chicken and eggs. So once in a while I make a dinner. So I don't feel skilled enough to lead it on my own, but I have like a ton of recipes, and they all have pictures, and they all have portion fix and to be mindset equivalents. So if we wanted to do that for this month's free one, I'm happy to do that one. I didn't make them. I stole them / they were shared with me, but another coach made them. But they're really great. So I'll post those.
I would love that, because I just got my Instant Pot and I don't really know how to use it. So
yeah, so like the crock pot one I did, I had a whole week's recipes, a grocery list. I don't have that made for this one yet, but I could share the recipes and someone else could make a grocery list for it. All I did when I made mine was I opened Excel or a Word doc, but I did Excel, I think, and I made a category for each food group. And then as I went through the recipe, I just added on everything that was in that recipe. Then I looked at the second recipe, what do I need for that? And I added them on. And if it said 2 chicken breasts for day 1, and then day 2's recipe also had 2 chicken breasts, I just changed it from 2 to 4. So I just added it. And in the end, I had the full week's ingredients. So you could do that, and then I just made it up into a little document for everyone. It doesn't have to be perfect. People don't care if it's perfect. The graphics that we post are pretty. So, and I think I even have a file of posts that can go with it. I just don't have like a week menu made or anything like that. And I would feel kind of like a fraud, because I'm like, here's an awesome recipe you can make that I've never tried. That I may or may not do. I might order pizza at the last minute because I'm afraid I'm going to blow up my kitchen. So, but it would be good for me too, to make me use it more, because we all know at least it's open now and I use it once in a while, whereas it was a computer holder for 2 years. 2 years. I got one before anybody had one, and I had my laptop on top of it for 2 years. So, I got it as a Christmas gift. I put it on my wish list. I wanted it so bad. And when it came, I did the water test, and I was like, yeah, let's put this back in the box for a while. Okay. So, the other thing. So where did I put? I have my notes there. The other things I want to mention is that I am going to do a Black Friday group. Jesse might do one for Fit and Fearless too. But I think I want to do one for just our team. Just because we're not always on the same page with the things we like to share. Some of the things she promotes, I don't do exactly. So I think I'd like to do that and add people, make it an event or a group that says Black Friday, team driven Black Friday. And anyone who's interested, like, hey, we're going to have great deals, but I'm not going to promote that until like a couple days before Black Friday. I can put the information in team driven before, but I don't want anyone who might sign up in November to go, oh, I'm going to wait for Black Friday. If somebody orders during week 2 of November, and then Black Friday, Thanksgiving is the 28th. So Black Friday is really late this year. So Black Friday is actually the 29th, which is the end of the month. So it might be a good way to push for those last Success Club points if you aren't there yet. If somebody who ordered during week 2 is like, hey, I just saw that you're doing, you're giving out shaker cups to everyone who signs up, and today I'll mail them a shaker cup. It's not going to bother me to give them a shaker cup. And the way I look at it is any prize that's a good prize, you're going to make $40 off any challenge pack you sell. So you could go on Amazon and send somebody something for $10 or less directly to their house. and it ships to them if you have Amazon Prime, and it's a little great prize. You can put in a gift note on the thing, hide the price on the receipt like a gift, and send someone a thank you gift. If you're too busy for the post office. Me, I always want to put all this stupid stuff in packages, and then I make 20 packages that need to be delivered, and people get their prizes a month later. You have that to look forward to, Amanda. Since you just won the pumpkin challenge. You'll get it when you get it, FYI. If you're in Spokane, I usually try and just drop it off at your house to save me shipping because I'm cheap. And then the other thing, like Jackie knows, I'm always randomly showing up at her house over the last few years. AJ too, sometimes at her neighbor's house. And then their dog chases me. Leverage the season and what you need. That's another thing I put a star by to mention. I am going to do a post Thanksgiving 3-day refresh group. I'm going to start it on December 1st. I haven't looked at the calendar, so if that's a good day or not. Yes, December 1st is Sunday. I like that because it gives people a day or two to eat their leftovers, because we all know you ain't not touching that stuffing for 2 more days just because Thanksgiving's over. So let's be realistic. So, and then I also have, since it's just our team on here now, I might as well just say, I also have a Thanksgiving PDF. I don't know if you saw it in my stories, Thanksgiving recipes, all healthy ones. I've been promoting that to get people to add on to my email list. So I'm sharing in my stories some screenshots from this Thanksgiving PDF, and I'm using that as my freemium. So if you've heard of Shalene, she always tells you to have a freemium, something you can give away for free, or we're trying to add value to people. So this document you can use. I will put it in the team page. You can download it, and you can offer it to people who want to either get on your email list if you don't have an email list, if they want to sign up to make you their free coach, or you can just say, you could share it in your stories and say, hey, I've got this, I've threw together some awesome Thanksgiving recipes that are really healthy that you guys can maybe pick one, even like challenge your friends to make one healthy option this year. So I love green bean casserole with the cream of mushroom soup and the fried onions on top. Guilty. I love it. But this Thanksgiving guide so it's in our team driven page already in our shareable files, but I will post it separately in the group. Let's see. Free clean eating groups, monthly challenge groups. I think I have it under like challenger resources or something. November. Okay, it's in my November group. So Thanksgiving PDF. Okay, so I'll show you. It says, it's really pretty, and it says entrees, sides, desserts, and whatever. And then it has recipes. So here's a couple different entrees, recipes, ingredients, and it says the conversion for 2B mindset and portion fix. So even if people aren't doing those, it kind of plants the seed on them like, oh, I see, what does this mean or whatever. So there's a healthy roast turkey, a rosemary orange turkey. There's sides, whole grain stuffing, green beans with lemon and thyme. So my goal is to make that for myself. Roasted veggies, roasted butternut squash, glazed yams with cinnamon and nutmeg. Very pretty little pictures in there. Roasted cauliflower mashed potatoes so that I can eat all the potatoes I want without eating all the potatoes I want. A healthy pumpkin pie, pecan sweet potato pie, pumpkin coconut custard, which is only half a purple, half a yellow, and a blue. Holler. And then family-friendly hot toddies, low sugar apple cider, and tahini hot cocoa. So there's even some drinks. So this is kind of a cool PDF you can use, and you can say, hey, if you want this, message me, and you can put it in your stories. So I just screenshotted some of the pictures of the recipes and shared it the other week. Once you've shared it, you should have your story saving automatically into your phone. Like mine save once I've posted it. It's just a choice on Instagram to auto save. So I had that set up. So once I posted it, I can scroll back and repost those same pictures today that I posted last week. I can just share them again and it will show the date. I just move it to the trash can. and get the date off there so you can't tell it's old, and I can recycle it. So I'll share and say, hey, just so you know, I'm emailing everyone of my, well, I say everyone on my email list. You could say anyone, all my clients or all my challengers or anyone who's interested. If you're just too afraid to try and get people to sign up, let me know and I'll put you on a list. In a week or in 2 weeks, I'm going to email out this Thanksgiving guide that's full of healthy, delicious recipes. I'm happy to share them with you. If you want one, let me know. Now my plan over the next few weeks is to make a recipe or two off of this thing so I can share pictures of that recipe on my Instagram. So I'm going to make those healthy green beans, and then I'm going to post a picture of them, and I'm going to say, here's one of the alternative healthy recipes for Thanksgiving that I'm making this year. I've put together a whole guide for my clients. If you want a copy, let me know. Or for me, I say, click the link in my bio and add yourself to my email list. I'm emailing it in 2 weeks. Always have a date. Give people some urgency. Just like my starting date of my challenge grew, same thing for this. I'm not going to send it to them today. I'm going to tell them. I'm going to email it to everyone who's on my list in 2 weeks. So you can say, hey, I'm putting this together. Here's a sneak peek of what it looks like. Look, a family-friendly hot toddy, or a healthy hot toddy. Or you can say, pumpkin pie that won't crash your nutrition, and then say, want the recipe? I'm emailing it to people in a week. Drop me yours in this box and put one of those little email boxes on your story. That Instagram says, ask a question. Put that, ask a question, and say, want the recipe? Drop your email, and people will put their email in there. So it's a great way to utilize these things, these tools that I'm putting together and gathering for you guys are for you to use too. They're not just for me. They don't say Amanda Noddings on it anywhere. They don't say Team Driven on it anywhere. They're very generalized. So you can make it your own, and you can say, I've made this, I've put together this for my people. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I want you to use it as a resource. Or you can say, my team is put together, if that makes you feel better. And say, well, we've got some great healthy recipes for Thanksgiving. If you want to try, I challenge you to add one healthy thing to your traditional favorites this year. Or I'm going to make one regular pumpkin pie, and I'm going to make one healthy pumpkin pie, and see which one people like better. Want the recipes? Hit me up. And then they'll send you a message. Hey, can I have that email? And you say, sure. What's your email? I'll send it in about a week. And just so you know, then you email it to them in a week. Then you follow up with them and say, hey, have you had a chance to look that over? Any of them look good and you're going to try? What are you doing for your fitness now? Do you have other goals, or where are you at in your fitness journey? And it starts a conversation, and they already like you and trust you because you gave them something valuable, right? Another thing that you can use that's smaller that you can use, I just uploaded it into the Team Driven Wellness community, but it's the November family calendar. You could offer that to people today. So if you didn't see it, it looks like this. I have it in a JPEG and a file. It's kind of like the family fitness, or the one I did last month on the challenge for yourself. And it has things on it like, make a homemade gift for someone, make your own obstacle course, Taco Tuesday, let's make healthy tacos today, read a book together. It's just family activities that follow this theme of a healthy body and a grateful heart. That's the theme of my November group for our team. So it's all just stuff like that. So you could say, you could post a picture of this in your stories and say, I'm doing this healthy family challenge this month to just really get in touch with my gratitude and where I'm at. Do a video story and say that to your audience. Look at the camera and say, I really want to make sure that I'm staying connected with my family during this busy holiday season. So I made this calendar that my whole team is following, and we're going to really focus on connecting with each other by doing like one thing a day off the calendar. And then, you know me, I'm going to go out of order. So even as I go out of order, I'll cross them off. But it's just a good way to kind of help you stay connected and be conscientious of it. So you could take this and offer that in your stories to people or on your page and say, want a copy of this? Like, you could do one of the things on it, like have a leaf fight or whatever is on here. And then you could say, I had a great leaf fight with my kids today. It really made me, I'm trying to be really intentional this month with connecting with my family. And I have like a little calendar I put together that's super cute, that's full of ideas. If you want it, let me know. And anyone who comments below, say, okay, I'll PM you. I'll send it to you. Comment back to them, and then go in your private message and send them a picture of the calendar. And that's a new conversation you're starting. So just little ways, tools to try and give you guys something to talk about and something of value to share with people. Yes, AJ. I've never had someone raise their hand. I'm so excited. Oh, it says AJ Sanders raised hand. I'm like, oh.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll talk then. I didn't mean to do that, but you're welcome.
I even have a little
energized, so I'm going to go down and work out in a few minutes.
Okay, so now you guys know. So I'll post both of those in the team-driven page. You already know how to use them. If other people want to know how to use them, they can come in here and watch the Super Saturday video. Okay, anything else anybody wants to go over, touch on, whatever? Okay, it's 11:30. We're right on time.
Now I am raising my hand. I want to give a shout out to Keller and Danya. They went down and did day 6.
Yay!
I'm Morning Meltdown 100. Danya was not following it. She was jumping in from time to time, and she said, I'm going to do this, and you're going to do it with me. So they just started, but they've done 6 days without a break.
I love it. I've been watching it in the group, and it's so fun to see the little check-ins. Or maybe not in the group. Maybe I just see it on Danya's feed.
Yeah, she just puts it on her page. She doesn't think about the groups. She just
I know. She's so rude. But I've been watching. I must be seeing it on her feed because it's been fun to see.
Yeah, they're doing it together. They're committed to 6 days a week and rest on Sunday. And I said, what are you going to do when I'm doing Lift 4 in December? Are you going to stick to it? She said, yes, I am.
All right. We'll see it happen, right?
Yep. So shout out to them.
Yes, props. I love it. I wish my other half would take that initiative, but it's just something I have to let go. 5 years of breathing.
Mm-hmm.
Breathing. Especially with all the candy. Some of our bodies are changing for the better, and some of our bodies have been having changes in the other direction. And I'm just smiling and letting him get to that place on his own.
Yep.
Someday, maybe. Okay, guys. Well, I really appreciate you all showing up. I hope this was as helpful as a normal Super Saturday. I know we aren't together in person. Next one, just so you know, and you can put it on your calendar, is next Super Weekend date, January 10th through 12th. So January 10th through 12th. So save the date. We'll probably do it on Saturday. So I think that would be the 11th, whether it's in person or not. I'm interested in what you guys prefer. So think on that and let me know. I think this is just as good in a lot of respects, especially with people being busy. And to be honest, it is a lot of work for me. And to do them in person. It's still a lot of prep work to do this, but I'm not traveling. I don't have to find sitters for them. Daryl had to work today, something he couldn't get out of, which he didn't even know till last night. So if I had it in person, I would have had to drag them with me. So this works great for me. I'm not opposed to doing this again, but I do also think that I would also like to implement a local coach meetup date, where we meet up and just jam in person a little bit for the people who are local. So I also kind of would be interested in what days and times. I know Jackie, you travel all the time, and AJ and Amanda are both super involved in the community and stuff. But even if it's just an hour, preferably to me towards the beginning of the month or the end of the month, so that we can get ready for the next month and be like, okay, what are we doing? We're going to hit Success Club in the next 3 days if we haven't yet, and anyone else is going to go into November. But what's our plan for the month, and kind of set that and collaborate a little as a team, like the Instant Pot group. I haven't posted that I was doing it because I didn't know if anyone would be interested. And that's a kind of a thing where I could show you in person. Hey, here's the graphics I have. What do you guys think of this? Do you want to do this? Does anyone want to step up and help, because it's not my forte? I can add people to it like crazy, but so maybe we have our first Wednesday call. Hi, baby. We have our first Wednesday call, which we're not doing in a couple of days, just so you know, because of Super Saturday. This is our first Wednesday call for this month, but we will do it again next month. I will have another guest speaker. The last one was awesome. If you didn't watch the recording, I thought she did a great job. I got a lot of value out of that. It's posted in the team driven page. And then maybe like the last Friday of the month or something for an hour at somewhere central, like Starbucks or something, or Twigs. We can grab an appetizer and talk, just anything. But I think that I do love this community, and I do feel like meeting up in person is helpful. And I also think it helps me be accountable to know that I have to have something to talk to you about and to show up with, and that I'm selling what I'm buying and buying what I'm selling. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's helpful. Like, I don't want to show up and be like, I haven't done anything since I saw you guys at Super Saturday. Sorry. You know, like, maybe like, what have you done? Who have you invited? Let me see your trackers. What can we do this month that will be exciting, that keeps us all engaged? So maybe I'll post a couple time options in the team page with a poll for people who are local. And if you can come and put it on the calendar, I think that'd be great. And if it'll be just like the morning workouts of Saturday, those stupid things. If people come, great. And if not, I guess I'll have coffee by myself, which is fine too. Last thing, summit. Who's going? Amanda, Jackie, either of you going?
My friend Jen, who is not an active coach, she is going to buy a ticket too and come with us.
That's awesome. How exciting.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to go.
I think that this might push her into actually coaching.
Wow. Well, that's exciting.
Sorry, Amanda. What'd you say?
I won't be able to go. That's a 24-hour program. Yeah.
That's okay. We'll stream it for you and send you all.
Yeah.
So I do a 24-hour program where I go out to Geiger Corrections and I stay out there for 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
And do a lot of prevention work. But yeah.
Well,
So I'll be doing that.
Equally important. The only reason I can go is because I don't plan anything a year ahead except for Summit. So I'm like, okay, I'm going. That's the first thing on my calendar the year ahead is the trip and Summit. But maybe it will work out next year. And also, we share everything we can in the team page. They post the training videos in the office later. And they do the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony live. Last year, I streamed. Rachel Hollis was our big guest speaker, and I streamed it live to the team page from there, so you could see those things, even if you can't get there. But I really hope it works out for you to come to one soon, because there really is nothing like it, being around all those people, seeing the community, meeting people. AJ made a great friend in person that she's still really involved with from that. Connections on the team. I think some coaches bond with each other in person and spend time together that they maybe didn't get to. Meeting people for me is really fun, to see people from other parts of the country that I don't see all the time. And our big team, Jesse and Tanya and stuff like that. It's fun working out with the trainers in person. I just love it all. And I loved New Orleans Summit. So I'm so happy we're going back there this year. And I'm just happy we're not in Indianapolis for a third year. No offense, but I'm done with that place. 2 years in a row was plenty for me. If I'm going to pay to travel somewhere, I would like it to be somewhere new. Or my goal was somewhere new, or please do one on the West Coast because it's cheaper to travel to. So those are always my hopes. They haven't done the West Coast since I was first a coach. The first 5 years were in Vegas, but they haven't been since that. So, all right. Well, I hope to see you there. I'm still hoping Jackie's going to come. I'm just needling at her here. And then maybe she'll come and keep me company too. AJ, that's exciting. Is Danya not coming this year? Oh, she is too.
She's coming, and we're bringing. We're bringing Keller too, actually.
Oh, fun.
Out of it.
Nice. I have thought about that because of Daryl and the kids. I almost had them come to the last New Orleans one just because he's never been there, and I thought it would be a cool place for him to be able to see, but it ended up not working out. So maybe this year, we'll see. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for showing up. I already did a workout this morning, so if nobody cares.
I'm going to go do mine. I'm fine on my own.
Okay. All right.
I did mine.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm eating up with the grandbaby, so that'll be enough for me.
Have fun.
I did 89 night and 90 today. I'm good. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.